All praises due to the Most High, family. We back with another Acres anime review. I just finished watching episode 10 of The Water Magician. I'm trying to knock the rest of this series out so I can make room for another series to start reviewing. So expect those other two. There's 2 more reviews for the season. Expect those coming very, very soon. Anyhow, they might be uploaded by the time you're seeing this, depending on how long it take you to watch this. Okay. So we finished the mission last episode to Nil's village, right? And so now we are on the mission that the Guildmaster assigned Rio as punishment for what happened in the dungeon, right? And I forgot the name of the town. But what's happening is like every 5 years, twice a decade, they have this big old festival, right? And so there's royalty, there's guild masters, there's events, there's food. A lot of big business is happening. A lot of agreements, a lot of coordination and organization is happening at this event, right? So the guildmaster asked that Abel fill his role in attendance, right? And he said normally he asked Phelps, and I know a past review, I forgot Phelps's name, but this is the other B rank adventurer in the guild who's like a competitor to Abel. Normally the guildmaster is asking Phelps. This time he's asking Abel. So Abel in this episode is really kind of uncomfortable doing this. You know, he's definitely out of his element handling this type of business, but he's there nonetheless. Now, Rio and the other rookies, Nils, Eto, Ammon, we're all on this mission together. We're excited to see a new town, to try some new food. We enter some competitions. We enter archery competition, which Nils and Ammon struggle with, but then Abel pops up and he nails the target. He's showing off a little bit. And then that was a funny scene actually, because right after he wins this competition, his party shows up, and was it Rhea? Rhea was upset with him. She's like, hey, I guess he had agreed to go shopping with her, and she was upset that he kind of dipped out on that. So anyway, that was a little comedy in that scene right there. What else happened? So in the last episode, also at the very end, we were introduced to the Inferno Magician, and Fiona is her name. She is like the commander of the mage team for the Imperial Army, I believe. She's also the princess of the Empire. Okay, so she has to fulfill a more official role. You know, her claim to fame, her superpower, where she's most comfortable at, is being the commander, is leading the team, is having a weapon and fighting and training. That's where she's most comfortable. But because she's a princess also, she's having to fill a more official role and do more tedious things at this festival because she's the princess. Now, she did bring the Inferno Mage with her though, and so we're learning this we did not catch in the last episode. She refers to him as Master, which he asked her not to do because of the ranking issue. You know, she's in charge of him, but she's calling him Master, and so he prefers that she not call her that, especially in front of like the rest of the squad and the platoon and, you know, things of that nature. But the Inferno Mage is very famous. Much like Rio is gaining fame, People just know of his exploits and escapades and how strong he is, and there's stories and rumors about things that he's accomplished and achieved. So people recognize, oh, the princess is here. That must mean that she's accompanied with her lieutenant, the Inferno Mage. So people are looking for this guy. Now, we did have a scene where, just as we were talking about his rumors and exploits, he kind of bumped into Rio. And this, I mean, obviously it was a big scene in the episode because they get out of each other's way and they're very polite, and they're like, oh, my fault. No, my fault. No, I didn't mean to bump into you. They're both polite to each other, but Rio does not realize that this was the Inferno Mage. But for some reason, Rio caught the eye of the Inferno Mage, and he said, well, really, I was about to bump into him, but he reacted so quickly, he moved completely out the way. This caught the Inferno Mage's eye. He was impressed by this. And because he's telling the princess this, she's impressed. She's like, what? Like, he moved like that? And again, like, somebody spoiled in the comments that Rio and the Inferno Mage are about to, that's basically how the season ends, is they about to have a throwdown of some sort. And so this is them starting their acquaintance. Okay, what else happened in the episode? So we was enjoying the festival food. Abel again is filling in as the guild master, and so he's meeting with, so the Princess Fiona, she has a brother, and because she doesn't like playing princess, being princess, doing the princess responsibilities, you know, that's where her brother really steps in as the prince. Now, he is older, she mentions, but he's just more comfortable handling. She's the warrior, he's the prince. He's comfortable doing the prince stuff, handling this type of business. Now, Abel, for some reason or another, it wasn't clear. Abel is trying to rub shoulders with this guy. He's trying to, form a connection with him, obviously, but we don't know exactly why. But he's kind of having a little bit of trouble just because he's busy as the prince. He's got a whole agenda of things that he's trying to accomplish while here in this festival. He's got people he needs to talk to. He's got, topics he needs to discuss with people. So Abel's kind of having a difficult time rubbing shoulders with this guy. But he is a little bit here and there. Now, we end the episode basically, this is really more of a setup for these final two episodes. Like, not a lot happened in terms of plot, but, it's a festival. So we're enjoying ourselves. We're having fun. We're networking a little bit. We're having a good time, but not a lot plot-wise is happening yet. Now, something did happen at the end of the episode. There's obviously somebody who's trying to take advantage of the fact that all these people are here at this festival. And so we seen that earlier in the festival, when we first saw Abel, we saw Abel and the princess there, and they're behind this wind magic veil, right? And so there is an object, there's a treasure that they use to produce this magic veil. It's not a person, it's an object that they use. This is only important because at the end of the episode, where Abel is playing Guildmaster fill-in again, he mentions, he's like, man, I'm really uncomfortable not having my sword. But I guess I don't need one because there's this wind magic veil protecting all of us here at this event. This is at the end of the episode. They're again having like a party, a networking party, and you can see the veil protecting from attacks. But somebody busts in and shuts the thing off, and they start attacking. And that's how the episode ends on, cliffhanger style. So these last two episodes is gonna be the conflict revolution. We're gonna have to handle these terrorists, is what they are, and see what happens. And then I'm interested how we go from this and that to the Inferno Magician and Rio, squabbling it out. I don't know. Peace and love.